The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
All right, welcome to another exciting episode of the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge, and we are getting ready to end the year pretty soon. It's holiday season coming up, you know what I'm saying? People still believing in Santa Claus, clean your chimney out. People that don't believe in Santa Claus, get your paper up and get ready to spend some money. You hear what I'm saying? This is usually the time of year where I become Muslim. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You'd be lucky to get a bean pie on my ass come Christmas. You feel me?
Convenient.
So we're going to start this off
That's
like we usually do.
Stereotypical, Marv.
I know it is.
What about Jews? Jews don't celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, well, I sometimes I go.
Witnesses don't celebrate Christmas.
Sometimes I alternate
Buddhists
between
don't
them.
celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, I alternate between. One year I was Buddhist. I had some cornrows and shit. You know what I'm saying? And that worked out good. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cornrows?
Yeah, like little Buddha knots.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, and I had boudin for breakfast.
What's that got to do with Christmas,
I don't know,
Marv?
but the answer is no, you ain't getting shit.
But yeah, it certainly is convenient how these religions don't celebrate Christmas, isn't it? I was talking to a Muslim. He said, I said, are you ready for Christmas? He said, I don't celebrate Christmas. I was like, wow.
Well, you have Orthodox Christians that don't celebrate Christmas.
Oh, for real?
I just want to point out to all my Christians brothers and sisters, that in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 1, if you read, it'll tell you about a Christmas tree and everything. And it also states that thou should not participate or either, observe, the customs of the heathens and pagans. So however people take it, they take it. Most of the time, like us, we're not Christian by choice. This is the thing people don't understand. We became slaves and Christians at the same time. So we've been getting vicarious information from generations, never really studying it, and absolutely knowing that none of what you into has anything to do with your real, true culture and your identity.
Something like a religious gumbo, huh?
Well, I won't say that. Our way into.
I call it indoctrination,
right.
Right.
So we're going to start this off like we usually do, see how everybody week went. We have Karla with a K with us. She's the hostess with the mostest. We got to come on here. As people said, hey, you guys got a sausage party. So, we're gonna lighten them sausages up and bring in a little different flavor. So we have a female.
I don't like when people say that.
I hate it too.
Does that mean I'm the bun?
I mean, if you want to be the bun,
I don't know.
Sound all right
I
to
never heard of
me.
it.
It ain't no fun
party.
if we can't have no buns.
I mean, 2 hot dogs, that's not cool. You get a burger, that's not cool. So
or you get like an okie dog. That's
You
like
need a bun.
That's like an okie dog. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so Karla, how was your week?
It was great.
Your hair looks lovely.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
The teeny weeny afros, that's what they call it. Bring it on in, sister.
Well, blonde is the new gray.
Oh, is that right?
Well, yeah. Even though I'm not totally gray, I can't seem to grow gray yet. Mm-hmm. I looked at other places.
Give it some time.
That I grow hair and it's not gray yet.
Yeah, give it some time.
All right, God, thank you.
Give it some time.
That is a plus.
I found my gray hairs. That's when I started manscaping.
Ah.
Yeah, so they just pop up whenever they want to.
Now, I do get them like under here sometimes, which is...
Get a big shaver.
But we have to tweeze, and that's okay. But in the other areas that, where hair grows, it's still black.
Do women get gray hairs up under the armpit?
I haven't gotten any yet.
Have you ever met any women with gray hairs up under the armpit?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Granny Gummy.
But you know what I noticed? My mother passed away at 95 years old.
Bless her soul.
Yeah, and she looked almost like a teenager, only with no hair.
Well, they say black don't crack.
Well, yeah, but I mean, she didn't have hair. She didn't have to shave.
Oh, really?
Under her arms and other places
eyebrows?
that we had hair.
She had eyebrows?
Yeah, I think she did have eyebrows.
Because, I see some of these women, they don't have eyebrows or eyelashes, nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Eyelashes, they buy them. They put them on now.
I know they be looking like hands and shit.
They look like giraffes. Visors.
You mean you don't like the eyelashes?
Scares
you can't see the eyes.
Do you know that people spend like $60
to look like a damn fool
for these eyelashes?
Yeah, to look like this.
It's crazy to me.
I haven't done it yet.
That's like a hair weave for your eyes. Like, when will it end?
And then they be sticking out. It scares the shit out of me.
I mean, far longer.
Then sometime when it's falling down, I thought somebody had a whole spider on their face. But the bottom line is this. I mean, if it make you feel happy to look in the mirror at that shit, I mean, that's cool. I'm not going to really trip. But if you ask me my preference, I'm a natural real man. I like natural real women. I mean, you know.
I really think it came from social media.
Oh, really?
People are always camera ready. So, you know, we used to see false eyelashes, you know, when you go out to fancy occasions.
You got to be careful
But
wearing
now-
false eyelashes around me because I'll take them off and deep fry them. You know,
Why would you do that?
Because I'm a
Marv?
foodie.
What's that got to do with eyelashes?
They look like something that'll really taste good deep fried. If you just batter them real nice and just deep fry them like calamari.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, Marv.
They scare the shit out of me, man.
But now, it's not just the eyelashes. Now it's the eyebrows. It's like they just came up with these things and just accented them and charge us more money.
Well, now
you know, we
men-
got addicted to the nails. And,
Man, we could do that too now. We got the male unit. You know what I'm saying? So
They got beards
touche.
too.
Yeah, I seen two people in the club the other night. The girl had on fake hair. The dude had on a male unit. Mhm.
what's the unit?
It's
Like
a man
male
weave.
Oh,
Yeah, like if you bald,
Really?
you can have like waves or a flat top and nobody will know.
it was called a toupee.
Well,
No,
now it's
called
a unit. It's a unit.
Oh God!
Yeah, it's a
not
unit.
a toupee.
So
a
he had-
toupee you can take off. This lasts.
No, this gonna
for a
lay.
while.
Just don't do
Like
no
a
deep
weave.
sea diving. You can't do no deep sea diving, and don't sweat like LeBron James because it'll lift up like the welcome mat at the
Do the
grandma house.
two-step on the dance floor. Don't be pop locking
Oh,
and
no.
kick
Wait a minute,
worming.
you're saying young people in the club are wearing units?
Not
You have
young.
men that are bald of all ages.
They get that. They hey diddle diddle ain't got no hair in the middle. It's time for the male unit. So you don't know what you get.
Wow. So
Oh, and
men
they
are
get-
becoming sort of like women now with that
Touche.
part.
I mean, most of them are like that.
Yeah,
They,
touche.
you know, they're emasculated. You
Well,
got
you
a
know,
lot of feminine guys out here. They wearing purses and they have
Right.
penile extensions.
And they take the eyelashes that y'all put on
See
your
what women
eyes.
get when they start shit?
But Faarooq, I've seen this before. They take the eyelashes y'all put on your eyes and put on the mustache.
You're not telling the truth on
Yes,
that.
I am.
No, we telling the truth.
Now you're a barber.
That's what I'm telling you.
Have you done that for somebody? One of your customers?
Dude came into the shop with a handful of eyelashes and said, I need a mustache. Can you glue this shit on? And I'll give you $100. You know what I told his ass? Hold still.
I know you did. I know you did.
You got to realize that women of all cultures on planet Earth are the trendsetters and the most influential people on planet Earth, you know.
Well, if you look at social media now, I was in the store and I saw black women on clothing now.
Right.
You know, they have images of black women. You would have never seen that in the 20th century. But
Foxy Brown had a T-shirt. I remember.
But I'm talking about it's a different kind of decoration thing.
Yeah.
But they all have long hair, unless they have a big afro.
Yeah.
But it's like now people are getting used to black women having long flowing hair. I mean,
Right.
down to their butt now.
That ain't
But
good.
there have always been black women like that. The difference is prior to this,
It wasn't straight.
this coming
No.
age. Yeah, well, you got to really understand that we are the most diverse people on planet Earth, okay? When
Yes,
you look
we
at
are.
textures of our hair, you do have very jet black women with straight hair, curly, kinky. Not all of our hair is the same texture.
Yeah, we got
true.
a
And,
variety of different
you got to
textures.
think about it, like the 60s, 70s, 80s. There was plenty of women with a lot of luxurious hair that they took care of, even if it wasn't naturally straight. They put that damn pressing
Right.
comb on there. But nowadays, they got hair like European women.
Now we can't
Coming out of
always-
their head
No,
or
the weave,
that they buy,
weave,
that they,
weave.
yeah.
And
Okay.
then they try to
And-
say it's from Malaysia
And India.
And that shit is from East LA. You know how many young Mexican girls cut their shit off to sell to y'all?
Really?
Can you tell the difference
I
between
don't buy
Mexican
it, so
hair and
you can
Indian
tell me.
hair?
I don't-
Or Malaysian?
No, it's the same texture of hair.
It's a Mexican girl on the east side named Malaysia, and she cuts her shit off every 3 months and sell it to these sisters out here on Crenshaw.
Really, Marv?
Malaysia Rodriguez. Look it up. Google it.
Look it up.
Malaysia Rodriguez. Yeah, I went to elementary school with her.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah. Her brother Guillermo.
Well, needless to say, we are evolving, and evolution doesn't always mean things are getting better. It
Well,
just means they're changing.
Well, that is true. Now we want to ask Faarooq, how was your week?
That's called revolving.
How was your week, Faarooq?
My week was pretty cool. Friday was my son's birthday. He turned 27.
What's his name?
good. That's good.
His name is Anthony.
Happy birthday, Anthony.
Yeah, I bought him a...
That's the junior, ain't it?
No, not a junior. I don't have any junior.
Or you just named him after because it's Anthony?
Just the first name. You have to have a full
He didn't get the middle?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, cool.
But I bought him a bottle of $70 tequila. It was organic tequila.
Oh, see, organic is good.
Yeah.
Organic is good.
I got drunk, cussed everybody out, kicked my dog. And
Wait a minute, you bought the drink for him and you got drunk and cussed everybody out?
Yeah.
On his tequila?
No. Okay. Just because I said I bought him some tequila don't mean I'm going to buy you some shit and drink it all.
So what did you drink?
Tequila.
Oh, you had your own bottle?
I had many bottles of tequila.
Oh, well.
Okay, I gave him 3 for his birthday. One particular was organic. Yeah, I lost a bet to him, a football bet.
Nah, for real?
So we bet bottles. You know, father like son. He liked drinking like me. So I gave him some bottles. I had, one toast for his birthday.
So you cussed out everybody in the house, even Pops?
No, I didn't cuss my father out. I ain't that crazy. But I kicked my dog and shit.
Well, the dog is always gonna kick. Did the cat ever come home? Ralphie?
Nah, hell no, man.
Ralphie been gone for a while now, huh?
Yeah, 7 years.
God damn.
Oh, my goodness.
I see him from time to time.
He just don't come home.
Your dog?
No, a cat.
It's a cat, Ralphie.
Oh, a cat.
Ralphie.
He just does his thing.
He used to come home when he used to get fucked up by possums or, raccoons and shit, He got bullet holes.
When the last time you seen Ralphie?
Oh, my goodness.
Probably like 6 months ago. He around the corner. He got families and shit. He got kids every goddamn where in the neighborhood, man.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
See,
and I know it's him because he got that fucked up scar on his head and he kind of like walked sideways with a limp and shit. I see him all the time. The ungrateful motherfucker looked at me and kept walking the last time.
How many years did you take care of Ralphie?
All his life. All his motherfucking life.
And he just went out, just
But
started
he
a new
doesn't
family.
tell time. All he knows is you're not doing it now.
He don't be there.
There's cat food on my porch every day because there's some of the motherfucking kids that he left at my house that's still there. I mean,
Oh, so he done left his kids at your house too?
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
Also, he's a deadbeat dad, huh?
I guess you would call that. But I know one thing. He's a fertile motherfucker. Damn near every cat in 7 years in my neighborhood look just like his ass
Oh,
now.
Lord.
Every cat look like his litter, so, hey.
Now, that's crazy, man. So this was crazy because it's been an interesting week, especially for me. And I'd like to tell people how my week went whenever somebody asks me if they
Oh, how'd your week go?
How the hell was your week, Mark?
Okay, well, now that you mentioned it, it was interesting because I noticed something that I don't normally notice. Now, when I was growing up, I used to see a lot of old homeless people. They was old and everything. So now I'm seeing these kids that's homeless in these tents. They like between 17 and 25 years old.
Younger than that.
Yeah, younger than that. Even I've seen them
Not with their parents?
Oh, hell no, they ain't with their parents. These motherfuckers
Sometimes they be with their parents homeless together.
I know. That's why I'm asking.
The ones that I saw off of 54th and Broadway, it's a whole community of tents. They
right on the freeway.
Yeah, they lined up, you know what I'm saying? And my ass went in there and I look at what y'all got going on in this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to see. And they was really hospitable. They was like, come on in. You know what I'm saying? Have a seat. Motherfucker had a chair in there and shit. And,
have a seat, huh?
Yeah, they had laptops where you watch TV. They had Wi-Fi and that shit. Hell yeah. One of them had a kiddie pool in there talking about it was a jacuzzi. You know what I'm saying? I ain't bullshitting.
It had water in it?
Didn't have no water. It had a bucket with something that looked like, I don't think it was water, and I damn sure wasn't going to drink it.
Oh, maybe that was the toilet.
If that's what they want to call it, I'm quite sure. It didn't have a nice odor to it.
It did not?
However, I sat there, and I brought my own snacks because there was a liquor store right there, so I brought some tequila myself. So anyway.
You sat down and had a drink with them?
I sat down and drank in their tent. I ain't share that shit. I don't know what the fuck they put them out there.
Well, how rude was that?
I said, no, my brother. You're going to have to get your own. You feel me? So I sat down there and I was talking to him. And the cold thing about it is they broke the whole spiel down to me. And I don't mind sharing that whole spiel with you guys as soon as we get back right after this commercial break on the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge.
Fierce on purpose.
Well, we're out here exposing the good, the bad, and the ugly, and mostly the fugly.
Come on, scary ass.
Here we go.
ML Great. Oh, baby, we in LA. Y'all see me going down. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Jason.
Can you get him?
Cameraman's fire, you know that, right?
No, he's really good at
I can tell this. The footage is horrible by the look of his eyes.
You should stop. These cool bottles. But you're not over here, Eleanor, are you?
You know, hit clean here. Go 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
This my Macy's. I be trying to tell people. This is my Nordstrom. This your Nordstrom's? Hey. Yes.
Hey, mesmerize. I'm not ready to mesmerize. Look.
Don't look. Don't look.
Oh, you already? I'm stuck.
Don't be stuck.
Oh.
All right, and we're back. And we also have a new guest that just, I think this is his first time on the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge. Introduce to you guys Mr. T. Ward.
Hello.
World famous comedian.
World famous? Nobody know me.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, T. Ward.
Well, I actually stopped doing stand-up for a while to go back to school and finish my degree in film.
Oh, for real?
No, I didn't graduate. I just didn't go back to that motherfucker. I finished. So, but, I've been, I produced a film. Once Upon a Time in Detroit, starring Rodney Perry. And then right after I was finished in Detroit, literally, Eddie Griffin called me like a week later and came to audition for a show. And I made it on, and I've been on there ever since.
So you still opening for Eddie Griffin?
Open for him in Vegas, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays and at the Sahara. Was the SLS, but they changed it back to the Sahara. We were over at the Rio, but he moved from over there. And
now the Rio, I hear the Rio has the best buffet in Vegas.
If you like salmonella up in this mouth. You know what I'm saying? I don't like mass cooked food. That's why I don't even mess with that Grubhub, the delivery stuff. Yeah, I don't like that.
They finger banging.
You know what I'm saying? They eating your fries,
they eating your fries,
all kind of stuff. They doing all kind of. They digging in their nose. You digging your nose when you drive. You dig so you touching people's food.
Everybody that drive done dug in their nose.
Now you want these people touching your food?
See,
so yeah.
As a woman that lived most of my life in the 20th century, I wanted to embark on some of these things that, people were doing in the 21st, like I did DoorDash.
What, you ordered some food?
No, I did it. I was delivering DoorDash, for a minute.
I would like if you showed up my food. I'd be like, why don't you join me?
It was interesting.
You want to have a drink? You want to come on in for a drink?
The way I looked at it, I was getting a workout. Every time I jumped in and out of that car, I was, working out.
Now, you never once dug in your nose?
No.
Never
scratch your underarm or something.
I never touched the food anyway.
Dug in your ear and shit.
DoorDash used to mean knocking on somebody's door and running the fuck off. That's what DoorDash used to mean.
Well,
they took it and made it into something else.
I really, it really annoyed me when people, especially millennials, I know they were millennials, they would not come downstairs to the front door.
Because they didn't know how to walk down
They would want
steps.
me to come all the way up to their fifth floor apartment
to
knock on their door and give them their food.
They lazy on the damn computer playing the game.
Man, my son won't even catch the bus.
That used to piss me off.
How old is your son?
21 and retarded. I'm telling you, I have to really question his intelligence because I offered him to buy him a car because I'm doing well. I was like,
you don't know how to drive?
No, wait a minute. I said, look, man, if you graduated from high school, get your GED. I'll buy you a car. You know, a week later, what this Negro said to me?
What'd he say?
Pops, I thought about your offer, and that's a bribe. You looked at it just like I looked. Karla looked at me just like I looked. I said, I have birthed a retarded child. This dude really is not intelligent. I'm like, I would have went and got a degree and another degree. I'd have been in college before you can blink your eyes. Somebody would have just gave me a car.
Give me a car?
I'm like, okay. So yeah, I just even got off. That was a bribe.
Well, I like to tell you, I just graduated and I'd like to have a vehicle myself.
Well, if you would have came out my nutsack, I'd hook you up, but you didn't, so it's not. Congratulations.
You just left it at that?
What's that?
When he said...
I mean, what else am I going to say? I gave up. Yeah, I did. I gave up.
You probably ain't said shit.
I gave up. At that point, I was like, you know what? I gave
like
up.
To know his thinking on that.
A year worth of tap card. Just say, I'll give you a tap card.
When you offer... Now, actually, I was just going to give him my car and buy me another one. Right. I mean, I got a Mercedes.
But still,
it's not brand new.
Right.
But I like my car.
Right.
I like the car. I was just trying to motivate this dude.
Damn.
He was like,
Mercedes?
He was like,
it's a bribe.
Nah, it's a bribe. I'm like, I just looked. Just like you looked at me, Karla. That's exactly. I looked at him. I was like,
and you driving a Benz?
I walked out. I walked out the room.
So when my father offered to give me his car, it was like a Plymouth Valiant.
I'm telling you, I would have went to college.
You've been in Vegas for how long?
5 years.
Okay, now we were talking about before the break. We was talking about these young homeless people that be on the streets and everything. Now in Vegas, is it too hot to be homeless, or do they have a homeless situation?
Well, actually, next to L.A., because I remember back in the day when we first started hanging out, we went out to Venice Beach.
Yeah.
You said one of the greatest lines ever. You was like, in L.A., you ain't homeless, you just outside.
Yeah, you just outside.
Yeah, you just outside. But they got a law in L.A., Vegas, saying that it is illegal to be on the street, sleeping on the street, homeless. So they're actually fighting it right now because they're saying that they have all these shelters.
So where the homeless people be in the trees?
In the sewers. They call them the mole people. They live underground.
Yes,
they have a whole underworld set up like apartments. Matter of fact, they did a special. Yes. It was this one porn star that made a lot of money. Mm-hmm. She just walked away from everything, and she lives underground in Vegas.
Yeah.
Damn.
They call them mole people.
Yep.
Now that's licking them real low.
Hey, man.
That's crazy.
She says she don't never want to live above ground anymore. She loves it down there.
She like to take care of everything
She
below.
says she's a star down there just as much as she was.
She be signing autographs
She's
in her
still
tent.
doing porn?
No.
Oh.
Sewer porn.
That's nasty, man.
But it is cold in Vegas.
That sounds like
It's
an
43
STD.
degrees
It's
right
cold.
now.
A couple years ago, last year it snowed and it stuck.
In Vegas?
Yeah, it snowed. We was coming out of the club, big gigantic snowflakes coming down. It stuck for a couple hours. It stayed till the morning till the sun came up.
I'm telling you, it's
stuck.
43 degrees
It's
right
cold
now.
in Vegas. Oh, a couple
And
weeks
it's going
ago,
to get
33.
37.
Oh yeah, it'll drop.
34.
So now,
It'll drop. It's a desert.
so since we're on this subject, I mean, you know, because we have homeless situation out here now. We call them Tent City,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think Karla was looking up. They had some interesting names and labels for
It's
these
hobo culture.
hobo culture.
Yeah. They call themselves hobos.
She told me they have certain apps for these homeless people too.
Wow.
What kind of apps?
Oh,
do they?
yeah. Sites like, couchsurfing.org. .org,
And
not .com, but .org.
Now that's
so that
an
means
app?
it's
Organized.
non-profit.
Is that like
status?
Is that like Tinder for the homeless, like where they can find other homeless singles near them?
And I see
No, just they can find a couch to sleep on.
I see homeless love.
I would
out there,
imagine.
too.
Homeless love.
I
Hold
be
on.
seeing some homeless love.
Wait
You
a
see
minute.
two
Oh,
homeless
there's
people
a whole
walking
lot
down
of
the street.
homeless
They
love.
But wait a
holding
minute.
hands.
Explain homeless love to me.
Well, you know, sometimes you call it homeless love. Sometimes I call it crackhead love. You know, but it's two people that's done bonded in the homelessness or the addiction that they in, and they chilling.
It's a loving
They got
couple.
each other.
And they be having pets too.
Sometimes you got pets. Sometimes you can go through some stuff. You got each other.
I know the
Yeah.
dogs.
Are you married?
No, I'm single. Like some.
Okay.
Well, my wife is in Georgia.
Oh, you are married?
Yeah, but my wife is in Georgia. Yeah.
Okay. And are you married?
Nah, I'm recently kicked out.
Were you married?
Yeah, I was married until she said, "Just go." What
Again.
again?
Faarooq, are you
Number
married?
2.
Have you ever been married?
I only go up the street when she tell me to leave. I just go up the street.
Never been married.
I mean, I'm technically
I've
I'm
never
still
been
But
married.
then again, I can say I'm married, but I'm married.
you're
to the,
with.
I'm married to the motherfucking gang.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Okay. Oh, okay. But, you know, I look around and I see, you know, a man could get another man and get married,
Yeah, it's legal now.
but a black woman, you see all those black women in church praying for a husband?
Praying
Yep.
to the wrong
You
God.
know, I'm one of them. You know, it's like, really?
Yeah, but they-
women marrying women, men marrying men.
They praying for somebody
Last
else's
shit.
husband.
Well, Malik Yoba said it was cool.
We want our own husband.
Malik Yoba said it was cool. So see now,
He said what was cool?
you can be with a man and be with a woman. It's all good. Malik Yoba, he said it's cool.
Oh, really?
Now we know what that New York undercover was really about.
What's really about?
But it a ching. Yeah. So the thing is, what
What's
tripped
really
me out?
going on?
But what tripped me out about that the homeless culture in LA now is not so much specifically designated to the older people. It's these younger people out here, 17, 15, 14. You know,
If my
what I'm saying?
son
that's what this
didn't
is.
have us, he'd be homeless. This nigga is ill-equipped to live and function on his own.
He is
It's
homeless.
a
He
bunch
just
of
been
people like
sheltered.
He live
that.
with you?
Huh?
He's
Well, he's
sheltered.
back and forth between me and his mother.
He's still
Yeah.
sheltered,
I mean,
but he is homeless.
But yeah, I'm telling you, he would be homeless if it wasn't for us. And
Right.
it irks me the fact that this dude is allergic to getting an education.
Right.
He's
And he didn't
allergic to
graduate
it.
from high school?
No.
He dropped out?
You just stop going.
What else happened?
It's more snacks at the house.
He
Pepper.
stopped going. That's dropping out, ain't it? He stopped going and dropping out. The same thing.
In Georgia or here?
Here.
You got to look at it this way too.
Well,
I'm not
Marv.
married to his mother.
There's a lot of
Oh.
there's a lot of young homeless people now because see we simply got older. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the people in front of the store begging, they was older than us, but now we older, same shit. When we was young, the cops used to fuck with us. They was older. Now they calling us sir because we they seniors. So
Right.
you know, we done lived damn near, you know, 2 or 3 generations now. You know, we 50. We a half a century old. And we're from the 20th century.
Well, Carla, didn't
Right.
you show us a video? Let's see that video about these homeless people.
Yeah,
these young
it's
teens.
From the Union Rescue Mission.
Yeah, the Union Rescue Mission is
Downtown
homeless
LA.
teenager.
wonderful place downtown. I spent a week there one day. I used to go down there, eat the little snacks. They had delicious snacks down there. The homeless soup is really delicious. I think
You didn't
they
get
put-
any flesh-eating bacterias and no shit?
Staff
No,
infection.
no.
Mark, sometimes I don't know if when you're joking
They're
or
pretty
when
clean.
you're serious.
He's serious.
If it's free, it's for me. When they was giving out free hot dogs, I went in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna go
Whatever
get me-
Marv say, Carla, I think he's serious.
Yeah.
No matter how wild it is.
He told me before, you know, him and his
Never-
buddy
He
crashed
always
somebody's
said-
funeral repast because, you know, they wanted to see
I believe
what
it.
kind of food they had.
I
You know,
believe
most
it.
people got fried chicken, spaghetti, rolls,
I
and
don't doubt
salad
that.
at least.
I don't
You know,
doubt
some
that.
liquor.
It's the same
Always,
shit.
right?
It's always when you
Spaghetti,
crash.
salad.
They crash
rolls.
repass.
Yeah, when you crash a black funeral, the menu is the same. You get the Albertsons chicken.
Spaghetti.
You get some Hawaiian rolls, some spaghetti salad, and some potato
Those
salad.
Hawaiian rolls,
And,
right?
store-bought
ranch
cake.
dressing and hot sauce.
Yeah, store-bought cake.
Niggas love hot sauce on their spaghetti.
So roll that beautiful homeless footage. Let's see what happens. Let's give the people a little insight of
take
what's
a look,
going
yeah.
on with the homeless.
You guys are gonna miss breakfast if you guys don't get downstairs pretty soon.
I can't help but wonder, how did this happen to us?
Mason, let's go.
My mom isn't abusive. She's not an alcoholic. She's never done drugs. And sometimes that's the most difficult thing to deal with.
Now-
realizing
now
that
Everybody got a story.
Now,
Just
Now you
pause
see,
it for a second, please.
do you see how young these kids are? And she said, "I don't know how it happened to us." You dig what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
her mother doesn't do any drugs.
none of that.
Yeah, her mother
I wonder.
is probably lying to her.
Some,
Okay.
but some people are allergic to education. I'm
Yeah,
telling you, some
I
people
got
are
to give her a
allergic to
benefit
improving
of the doubt.
themselves.
But see, education don't stop you from being homeless. You can do the census. 40% of homeless people got college degrees.
I can dig it.
So
I
that
can dig
degree
it.
ain't
I
paying
can dig
for
Well, they
it.
have
shit.
But I'm just saying,
mental
there
issues.
are mental
Everybody
issues.
has mental
There are
issues.
Yes,
They're not
some
being
people-
addressed.
yeah.
Some people are not functional.
Okay, some people are allergic to paying bills.
Yeah, right.
Some people don't want to follow any kind of guidelines or
right,
rules.
right,
But
structure,
I
right.
know homeless people that have jobs.
Yeah, this is
So
true. This is
sometimes,
true.
man, life
It's
throw
just- it's
people a
just-
curve
it just
ball,
is.
man. But
And especially out here in LA, where
in
the rent is
today's
$1,000.
in today's climate, this is another thing which causes a lot of homeless people that people never touch on. The creation of technology moving into this new century, it's like future shock. A lot of people cannot adjust, and that's where they end up at. So, you know, you really can't just say, oh, you're a lazy motherfucker, you dumb, you retarded, you're a crackhead, because that's not it.
That's true.
Because I know drug addicts that live in mansions.
And they functional
But,
drug addicts.
so-
I know functioning drug addicts.
To
too.
go along with what Faarooq saying, yeah, you just can't call them crackheads
Right.
because you know they're on meth now. So
Yeah.
the thing is now is this a particular drug? You know they'll go into that tent, they'll smoke this meth, and they're really not really like as belligerent as the crackheads were. When I went in there and I walked in the tents, they let me come in and shit. They was like have a seat and
let you
everything.
shit?
They was real. I didn't take a shit.
Oh, okay.
I
Fuck that
shit.
bucket.
Yeah,
you
that
know.
bucket. Fuck that bucket.
That's
you know
very
what I'm saying?
graphic.
Say that on the air.
That's very.
Yeah, I can say it. Fuck the bucket. You know what I'm saying? If I go to anybody's house and they got a bucket instead of a toilet, hey, look, I'm gonna do the pee-pee dance until I leave. You feel what I'm saying?
And a
Faarooq
lot of
made great
a
points.
lot of these young homeless
Hold
people.
on, what point was you
come
talking about that
from
he
fucked
They
up
made
ass
great
parents.
points. Everything he said, I agree with the.
I think that- I think
Come
that-
from bad
but
parents.
that-
You have to raise your kids to prepare them for life. You can't wait till they 18 and 19 and say, get the fuck out.
Right.
And you
Hell
never
no.
taught them nothing.
Right, exactly. Another
Especially,
thing.
what kind of fucking example were you to your
So,
children?
so Faarooq, hold on. What you say? Would you say that the parents are to blame here as well?
No, I say these little motherfuckers don't cut no grass. That's what the problem is. They
But
cut
they
some
can't. All
grass
the-
and
all the-
did
all the
something.
Spanish
No,
people got
listen.
the
But listen,
chore
but no,
job.
straight up. Look, it's a difference. Like my nephews, you know, in Detroit, and my son, I lumped them all together. I got
Right.
4 nephews, and they don't have no push, no goal.
No drive.
They don't have no drive.
Did they
And
have a
I'm going to tell you the
father at
difference. I'm going to tell you the difference. Yeah, they did. This was crazy. They did. This was the crazy part. When I was growing up, you know, we had a huge ass house in Detroit. We lived on a corner house.
Right.
You know, we had bushes. I had to cut shrubs. I had to cut grass every other Saturday. I mean,
Right. Those are called
I used to
chores.
get threatened. Like, you don't cut the grass, I'm gonna fuck you up. That's how my
Chores.
moms would be. And my
Right.
sister
Good
be like,
motivation.
and my sister be like, Mom, he ain't cutting the grass. so,
And
so,
but no
so wait, let
electric
me
shit
finish.
against you.
But
gotta
look,
push
but
it
let
on
me
more.
finish. You got to do that shit. It gave you a sense of discipline and to do shit. So when my nephews, these niggas all my size and big, I weighed 110 pounds soaking wet when I was a teenager.
Right.
It's 4 of these dudes. My mama had a fucking lawn cutting service. So she asked me, what do I got against them? They ain't shit. They have to cut no grass like I had to cut.
They in the
Fuck
house
them.
with a file doing personal manicures.
Yeah, I'm
and
like,
shit
look, I'm like,
because
they have no
They don't
character.
want their nails to fuck up the
They-
PlayStation button,
They
so
did
they
not.
filing their
Now,
nails.
They didn't have to do any work. They don't have any drive, anything
would you
in them
say-
to make them
See,
get up and
you're
go.
mentioning words. You said character. I heard discipline.
Right.
Those are things that
And
they
still.
get at home
right.
as they grow through elementary and middle school.
You can't get that shit from the PlayStation.
No, you have to get it at home. And it's and you talked about your son not going to school now. He didn't just start that.
Oh, no. I remember
Middle
when he
school. What
started
was he doing
screwing
in
up. He
seventh
actually was
grade?
doing okay in middle school. It's when he got about 15, everything went south.
What you think, he got a girlfriend?
I was a disciplinarian. Like, I'll beat your ass.
He got him a girlfriend
And his
about
mother
15?
wasn't a disciplinarian.
Oh, yeah, it was,
So
okay.
she would literally keep him away from me. You know?
Oh, you guys were not a united front.
No, I mean not on discipline.
Right.
I mean, I tried to have her on the same wavelength as me as far as education. See, I went to college, I graduated,
Did
all that
she?
stuff. No, she didn't. She never went. So I used to always try to get her on the same wavelength as me as far as putting stress into his mind. Nigga, you going to college.
Right.
But obviously she didn't.
How'd you hook up with this woman? How'd you choose
Wait, now,
her?
Karla, don't start talking down to me. She ain't no hood rat. She's actually a nice girl. She just wasn't like no college type.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, she's a nice human being, a decent person.
sure
She ain't no hood rat. I don't mess with no hood rat.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, don't be condescending over here now. First you used to talk to me like I was gay, like I didn't get no pussy. Yeah, trust me, I got way more pussy than you think I have. I just wasn't all out in the front at the Comniac Theater. Look at the pussy I got.
Yeah.
I wasn't like that. Look at the pussy I got.
A lot of
I
mistakes.
keep my shit off, but
Hidden underground.
But Marv know his mama. Marv, you know his mama. Marv was there when I met her.
I'm the
Marv
result
know
of
his
my
mama.
choices were all a result
She's
of our
very
choices.
intelligent, too.
Yeah,
I made some
she's
bad
not. She ain't no
choices.
hood rat, is she, Marv?
No.
My son's mother is not a hood
We
rat.
all
She's
do.
not no
We're
ghetto
human
chick.
beings.
None of that. She's a real decent person.
Now, and
she's not a bad person at all. But
But a
she's
lot of
not.
people-
But she's not a disciplinarian. This is where we didn't strike
about
the
education
accord
in
and
particular.
education.
Now,
But now I'm
Carla-
talking about beating your ass when you fuck up.
Now, Carla, all
You know
due
what I'm saying?
respect, Carla, we don't want to take anything away from hood rats because I love them.
I do too.
I love them.
I fuck shit out of hood rat.
Especially one.
But I'm not gonna go out with them.
Realize they were hood
Be
rats.
hanging out and all that shit. I ain't gonna be doing all that hanging out shit. I'm cool.
Especially if I find a hood rat.
I'm coming over at night too.
They're working like Popeyes and I get one of them sandwiches.
Oh shit.
Oh, Popeye's chicken sandwich. That'll do it, huh?
Yeah, I think a
Is
lot
that a
of
bribe?
yeah, a lot of
not even
us.
a bribe. That's an offer.
I think the problem is too.
I don't think you know what the offer or bribe is.
We try to
Fallback.
pinpoint and assess a lot of people mental standpoint, and vantage point, and we should never do that. We should be fair and just because many of us equate education with intelligence, and they're two different things.
So what would you say to
Your
solution?
IQ
I can
has
agree with
nothing
that.
to do with
I
your
agree with
education.
you on
I can
that.
agree
You
with
have
that.
people that are educated that are the biggest
That's
dumb.
I call them
They're dummies.
educated.
and don't know nothing.
But my thing is trying. My whole thing is trying, no matter what it
Yeah.
is or however you improve yourself, whether it's a skilled trade
Right.
or finding that thing that you love to do and
What,
developing that
does
into
your son
something.
know what he wants
Yeah,
to do?
he does music, and he's actually pretty good, but. You know, I don't
drive
see his
is
drive
good.
is
That
what
takes
I
a lot of
his
discipline.
drive is what I just. But it's really natural to. I mean, he's a natural performer. Of
Now
course.
I got a question.
Okay.
Here it is. I got a
know.
question. So let's just put this in perspective. We got these homeless kids out here. We got homeless people out here. Now, what would you guys say? I'm gonna start with you, and then I'm gonna come on over this way. What would you say would be a nice solution so we could probably do something about this situation, or probably at least keep the next generation of couch potatoes and the hobo culture popping up off the streets?
Man, these young people have to get a focus. They have to have a drive. Somebody has to sit them down because they so codependent, you know, and entitled. You know, I don't think a lot of them even know what they want to do except for be famous or
on
rich.
on Instagram,
Right,
Because
but
of
they don't know
social
what
media.
to, but they don't know how to get there.
Right.
See, they can
They
just
want
look
the
in the
prize,
phone.
but they don't want to go through the process.
Right. They can look in the phone and see how famous they are. Well, me and Madd Marv, we had to go to the clubs every night. We had
And
to
actually
meet people, and really put the work in.
Right.
You know, whereas now they could put a video up and 20,000 people like them or want to be their friends so far, and all they did was just made a little goofy video in the backyard.
They
don't
live in a
know how to
virtual
interact
reality.
Right.
and how to.
So you would say more interaction and
No,
more,
they need to be focused,
and
man,
more
on what
focus.
exactly what it is they want to do in life. A lot of these young
In
people
reality.
don't know what they want to do, and they walk outside of the door that's going to generate some type of income so they can take care of themselves and sustain themselves or somebody else.
So
I
in a
think the
nutshell-
technology
but hold
crippled a
up.
lot of kids.
So in a nutshell, you saying you ain't gonna be able to pay your rent with likes.
No, not at all. That's exactly what I'm saying. You ain't
So
gonna-
what would you say? What would you say would be a viable solution, Karla?
Well, you know, when I was coming up, teenage pregnancy was a major issue.
Right.
Now, those people who had babies, you know, like in the 80s, 90s,
Right.
they are parents who are raising these kids I mean, they're probably grandparents now.
So you follow a dumb kid home, 9 times out of 10, a dumb motherfucker go home the door.
Telling you.
Well, I mean, we have to see how that followed. You have to follow, connect the dots on that.
Yeah.
Because those teenage pregnancies resulted in people, a lot of them, unless they were aborted. And so now you're dealing with parental issues. Parental issues.
I think Tupac had a song.
No father in the home.
Yeah, Brenda's had a baby. That was
stressed
Tupac, right?
out. Yeah. Mother's angry. Trying to, be on the system, trying to, take care of their kids. And, you just have a lot of mental, I don't want to say it's mental illness.
It is,
but
pressure.
Everybody's been traumatized. Almost everybody's been traumatized.
Yeah.
I think everybody at this table has been traumatized at some point in our lives.
Fashion.
And
I'm being
certainly
traumatized
kids,
right now.
And certainly kids, even in elementary.
That's why he always has the solution for any trauma.
Anti-trauma.
So a lot, when you talk about the meth, I always say sex is it's the freest form of entertainment. So
it's good therapy too.
And
it's therapeutic.
Some people end up on drugs because of sex too, though.
Yeah. You got to pay for sex on Figueroa.
Well, when you love somebody,
that's why I just window shop. I just drive down the street, look like a mother.
Well, unless you're married,
they love things. That's the thing. Technology has replaced affection. See, don't nobody care about being rejected of somebody on Instagram.
But everybody's missing their father. Okay, I can tell you that.
I understand that, but this is what I'm trying to say as a father.
So is this part of your solution, though? This part of your solution?
Yeah, when we was younger, we used to have to actually go out and meet people. Yeah. You don't have to go out to meet nobody, okay? And we were outdoorsmen. All of us played outside. Kids don't do that. You got to force them to get the fuck out.
They're allergic to outside.
In the summertime.
The other day.
Now, the thing is, us as parents are enablers to our children for the fact that many of us who have put ourselves in a position to be financially well off, we just give our kids shit because we can afford to give it to them. Okay, now, we don't just say,
brag about that.
Yeah, but we don't say, okay, you know what? It's my responsibility to take care of my kids. That's necessity.
They don't brag about the time they spend with kids.
Yeah, well, anything that my kid want, let me put a task in front of them to give them incentive to deserve that.
Exactly.
We don't do that, okay? And then, just like you say, we came from a time, and I'm quite sure all of our fathers beat our ass when we was out of line. Now, even when fathers are in here, you have an overprotective mother that only wants to abuse her child when she get mad. And what I mean by that is calling your child stupid, calling your child a bitch or a nigga or any degrading things just because you angry. You said it yourself, the mother is stressed out. She's not in no position to ever discipline a child because of the stress and the emotional element. Okay?
Yeah, you have to be in the right mind frame to properly discipline a kid.
Yes.
You can't
and most of the time, discipline don't have nothing to do with an ass.
Yeah, you don't have. You can't come home and do anything out of it.
And most mothers will say you can't play your damn game for a month.
Discipline is not punishment, and punishment.
Next week, oh baby, here's your game.
Next week, shit, an hour later.
Yeah,
what are you talking about?
It confuses the child. But see, here's another thing.
But where did that mother learn?
Okay, well, everything like you talking about teenage pregnancy. My father and mother were both teenagers when they was pregnant with me and got pregnant with me and my sister. Okay, I as well. It was a teenage father. Okay, none of my kids on drugs. No disrespect to the LGBT community.
And no disrespect
none of my
to the
kids
drug
are that way. All my kids graduated from high school and have some form of extensive education. Right. And all of my kids are pretty much self-sufficient because of what I instilled into them. Now, the thing is this.
Well, thank you.
But the thing is this, okay? You have to realize there was a lot of people that grew up with us that didn't have father, but it was men in the community that took a special interest in the youth to give them guidance and point the right direction to them. And what I mean by that, even a pimp told the kid, you don't need to be like me. I'm giving you this money because you're getting A's on your school. Now, you got people like that just trying to prostitute a 12-year-old girl. Even a bum and the drunk at the liquor store tell you get your ass up here. I'm not going in the store to buy you shit to drink so you can be out here with me.
Right.
Now you got parents that want to get high with their kids. You got mothers that want to go chase niggas with their daughters. So it's a different day and time.
Morality.
You know, you said the key thing, morality.
So hold on, you saying the morality
is just not there. It's
By the
no
way,
moral
can
compass.
I just mention the elephant in the room that nobody said anything about? Is that the homeless teenager video that we saw? They were white.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
they
thing
were
about
not
it.
people of color.
Now, this is that particular place. I'm very familiar with that place, the Union Rescue Mission downtown. Yeah. Like I said, you know, I go down there and get some free food, you know what I'm saying, just to do my research, you know what I'm saying, on Soup and Sandwich Day. But what I'm saying is this. When you go down there, you do see an array of different type of lifestyles. You see white kids, you see black kids.
Because it's not a racial
Yeah, because homelessness is everybody.
It does not have
even
a color.
Asians.
Now, when we come back from this small break, we're going to get into something else different because, you know, sometimes beliefs play a very important part in your homeless situation or your environment.
Your beliefs.
Yeah, your beliefs, you know, like religious beliefs or whatever.
Spiritually.
And we're going to get into that when we get back. So you guys get your thinking caps on. We'll be right back on the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge.
All right.
Fierce on purpose.
Well, we're out here exposing the good, the bad, and the ugly, and mostly the fugly.
Come on, scary ass.
Here we go.
ML Great. Oh, baby, we in LA. Y'all see me going down. Don't play with me. Don't play with me.
Jason, can you get him?
Cameraman's fire, you know that, right?
No, he's really good at
I can tell this. The footage is horrible by the look of his eyes.
You should stop. These cool bottles, but you're not over here, Eleanor, are you?
You go ahead and clean it up. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
This my Macy's. I be trying to tell people.
This is my Nordstrom.
This your Nordstrom's? Hey. Yes.
Hey, mesmerize. I'm not ready to mesmerize. Look.
Don't look. Don't look.
Oh, you already? I'm stuck.
Don't be stuck.
Oh.
the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge. Those of you who are just tuning in, getting back from the bathroom, or beating the shit out of one of your homeless kids that won't leave the house, we're here with the world's famous comedian Thomas
They
Ward.
won't leave.
And Thomas, you have something really good that I just found out about. You got a network, a TV network.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit of something about that.
Yes, it's on Roku. It's called Comedy World Network. If you have a Roku, Apple, Amazon device, you put in Tiki Live, Tiki Live.
Right.
All the channels will come up. Channel 100 is the Comedy World Network. We've been on the air for about a year.
You paying motherfuckers?
I will be soon.
Okay, well call me.
Starting with
when
me,
the check start
motherfucker. I gotta get paid first, goddamn. I've been doing a lot of free work, but it's coming.
Because Marv need a little change too.
But this is why I came down here, because we are looking for podcasts, and we would like to feature 25. Those people will have revenue sharing with us. It'll
Okay,
be
well
on
that's what we're
Comedy
interested
Cloud.
in.
Yeah, it'll be on called Comedy Cloud.
We love sharing
We're
revenue.
launching it next month. Tiki Live, Comedy World Network. I was trying to pull it up right quick because Karla looked like she don't believe
Now
me.
that's Tiki, right?
I believe you.
Yeah, give all the people the proper
Tiki Live. If you
Live.
like I said, if you have a Roku device,
like Tiki
I
Punch,
have a Roku.
or you can just upload it in
I
your
don't have a
phone.
TV, but I have
See,
a
look,
Roku.
you
Here it
can
is
just
right
upload Tiki Live into your phone, and then we'll come up.
It's under the apps?
Yep, we on Comedy. That's us, Comedy World Network. Let's see what's on my network right now.
CWN.
We got what the fuck
Black
is Black
Books?
Books? Black Books. So
okay, that's cool.
That sounds like a Brit. if you ask
yeah,
me.
we actually have a lot of programming from like England and stuff. We haven't started doing our own programming yet,
Yeah.
right? So we just licensing stuff out. We got like a lot of blooper shows and stuff like that. But we're about to start. Like I
Well,
said,
let's
this
turn
is
the
the
volume
year.
down on that
Well, this is the year that we started doing our own content. Like I said, we've been on for 2 years. We just been licensing stuff.
Do you have any adult entertainment on there?
We actually have a channel called Comedy World Network Blue that'll have like mostly stand up. So if you want to come and get on, say you got a special, you give it to us and you tell everybody. Hey,
Because
it's on
I
the
used
Blue
to do
Network.
I used to do strip comedy. They used to call
I
me.
know, I remember.
They used to call me Spready Murphy.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember. Mervert. You the Mervert.
Yeah, then I changed my name to Johnny Cockring.
Yeah. Damn.
Okay, I
A lot
guess
of
it didn't do
information.
too well.
Well, I actually have an AVN award.
yeah.
Yeah, I actually have a real porno
Tell
award.
us something about that AVN award. That you
Yeah, I
have.
played Bill Cosby in Not the Cosby's Triple X.
What was you doing with the Pudding Pops?
It actually was a non-sex role. They was like,
In porn?
In porn. A real
Non-sex
porn.
role.
Non-sex, yeah. Yeah. They was
Why
like,
was that?
Because I saw who was playing Miss Cosby and I didn't want to fuck her.
So what y'all
Because I
was-
wouldn't have fucked her in real life. So I was like, if you get Cherokee Diaz, I'll fuck.
What we got?
Then they called. They tried to see if they can get her. They was like, nah, she costs too much. I was like, motherfucker, take some of my payout. Take out some of my
You
pay.
would have done porn?
If they would have got Cherokee Diaz, I wouldn't have cared. Come on now.
Please.
Would they have to have paid you?
Yeah, they had,
No,
but
you wouldn't
but
have done
actually,
free.
They wouldn't have
wait a minute,
to pay you
actually,
much.
wait a minute, actually, I was the highest paid person in the production. You know what I'm saying? I was getting paid more than the people that was actually
Well, you
having sex.
can't pay a motherfucker to keeping his clothes on less than a motherfucker that ain't got no clothes on.
Well, I guess, but
Well, that's what they did.
That's
what he said they
I was
did.
the highest paid.
Yeah, that's how
I
it
made
go.
more money than
Yeah,
everybody.
because like
And I got a cut
porn,
of
the
the
average
film.
female, she's not real popular, only gets
Like
like
maybe $1,000
or less than that.
Yeah.
So you
So
played.
you looked into that.
So I played Bill Cosby.
So wait a minute, hold on, Carla. He said he played.
know how it
I
goes.
played Bill.
He played a
Cosby.
version of like the adult version of Bill Cosby.
Right.
So was it named the Suxtables?
No, it was called. I used to call them the Fuxtables.
The Fuxtables.
But it was. I can't really. I totally remember everything about it. But I made a lot of money, and the IRS came after my ass too. So I was like, "Damn, I should have paid my taxes." But I won the AVN Award for best non-sex performance.
Yeah, I
Kind of
think
fuck with my self-esteem that
I
they
think I
paid me
went to
not
one
to
of them.
have sex.
I think I went to one of them.
Y'all paid me that.
I think I went to one of them after parties.
I accepted the award. You went to one of the parties with me. I accepted the award. We won Movie of the Year. We won Parody of the Year. And thanked me, Jeff Mullins. You won Director of the Year, motherfucker, for the first and only
Hey, you
time.
know what? I remember because that was the party we went to, and I saw Mr. Marcus.
Yeah.
And I went up to him and I asked him because I wanted to know. I said, "Mr. Mark," he was like, "Yeah."
That's my dog.
Yeah, and I asked him. I said, "Was Superhead really that outstanding?" Because I noticed that when she was giving you her Superhead, you backed up off of her. I said, "Was that part of the script, or was it just that outstanding that you backed up?" That nigga dropped his drink, said "fuck you," and left the party.
Damn.
I met
You
it.
fucked this night up. That was like the time
I met it before picking one of my kids up from school.
That was-
right, just on a fluke, like Hey, could you pick
I mean,
the kid
they
up?
regular people.
His kid went to the same school as my kid, right?
Was he a national?
After I got, but look, this was
but
crazy.
after that, I was picking him up every day. Like, nigga, you can't be talking to my motherfucking baby mama.
Look, keep him on, because they watch porn too. So it wasn't that he was talking to your baby mama. Your baby mama was talking to him.
No, I'm just saying.
They watch porn too.
I started going to the school every goddamn day.
I can imagine. Yeah, but look,
as you
I did a podcast with Lexington Steele for like 2 years.
Hold on one second. You said you did a podcast with
I did with Lex. Me and Lex had a podcast. It was cool as hell, but it was crazy. Once I became friends with these cats, I couldn't watch them no more. It's like, nigga, you my friend. I can't watch you fuck. It's like, damn. I be like, damn. I can see that motherfucker. I know that nigga. I can't watch this shit. The fuck. She fine as hell. Let me put my hand on the part where his dick gonna be. Okay, I see it now. All right, yeah, he tearing it up. Okay. I can't watch it though. Nah, but yeah, I got cool with him. It was like,
but you can listen.
Huh?
You can listen.
But that's what really turns me on is the sounds women make, especially when they hit a spot and they be like, "Ooh!" I be like, hell yeah, this is a real porno movie right here.
Really?
When they hit spots, hell yeah.
You never seen that one, Scrooby?
You've never been, God damn it, what's wrong with you?
I like looking at the facial
I've been married, so I haven't had that kind of activity.
Well, damn.
You got to get some
when my wife was married to me, she was arooping all the damn time. I don't know why that shit goes on.
I see him do it with toys. I see him do it with toys, because my favorite porn is like watching women masturbate, you know. My whole
and that's what I'm saying. Everybody got their
When I fantasize, it's only one dick per fantasy.
Right, exactly. I can't watch double penetration. Right. I can't watch two dudes in one chick.
Wait a minute.
It's like, that's too close to dudes to be
Wait
together.
a minute. Am I watching gay porn?
Yeah, it's like,
hey, man,
you know, dude on the top got some saggy nuts.
They got an agenda.
Right. It's going to be slapping the dude on the bottom on the ass. I can't watch that. That's too close for two dudes to be.
Now,
back to the homeless.
Yeah, not what?
Back to the homeless.
The homeless.
Homeless porn in Vegas, under the tunnel. Under the tunnel.
This part of the show, we're going to talk about this interesting thing that happened. Some Hebrew Israelites were accused of shooting up some Jewish people, and I think it was in New Jersey. Do we have some of that Hebrew Israelite Jewish shooting footage, please?
Damn.
Roll that to the
Good evening, I'm Stephen Holt, and this is News 4 Now for Wednesday, December 11th. First up, the weather. It's going to stay cold tonight. Tomorrow, around the same. Highs just barely making it above the freezing mark. Turning now to the news, and we are getting our by flying pieces of metal during the gunfire. They've been identified as 49-year-old Miguel Douglas, 32-year-old Mindy, whether he wrote anti-Semitic and anti-Buddhist posts.
Let's talk about that now.
Okay,
that sounds fishy right there.
Okay, first let's talk about the mug shots. The two people that they showed on the mug shots, there were actually another two people. It's two different mug shots of the two sets of people.
Right.
Secondly, they saying that this dude was a black Hebrew Israelite. That's like saying an automobile car vehicle. It's Israelites. Because if you understand the 12 tribes chart, Mexicans are Israelites, Native Americans are Israelites, most Latin Americans and people of the South Pacific Islands and people in the southern
hemisphere,
Asian places are Israelites as well. He said he was scattered. Right, Polynesians. We would be scattered to the four corners of the earth. So is no one group that could go, you know, we it's just us.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So and here's another thing. This dude, when they looked into his social media, he liked the Israelite post, or he shared the 12 tribes chart. You know, anybody can say, you know, I like this or I like that.
Oh, so they just grouped them with that.
Right, they just grouped it because they had to find something. And this movement is growing
he could have went
so
to
much.
A temple before and just visit. That doesn't mean he was an active member.
Exactly, he just could have been curious to check it out. But they got it from his social media that they say has been inactive for 2 years.
This is what they do.
Oh, he with the Hebrew Israelites because it's growing so fast.
This is what they do when they want to target a group.
Yes.
Okay, they go with people like that and they target the group as a whole of the actions of a few, but he wasn't even a part of it.
He wasn't even a part of it. And let me tell you, no real Israelite is going to pick up no gun and shoot nobody because I'll say we because I'm a practicing Israelite. We go strictly from the Bible. Thou shalt not kill. We could stop and start right there. If he was a real Israelite, he wouldn't have never even did that. There's nowhere in no school where it's being taught for us to pick up a gun and fight these motherfuckers. That's the last thing. We would never teach anything like that because, like I say, we going out of the Bible. Our weapons are spiritual and not carnal. So you can't win a war against white people. So period.
Would you say
not physically,
not physically at all. It won't even be close.
And this is another thing
we are not the Black Panthers.
That's confusing. How could they be a part of the Hebrew Israelite group and at the same time anti-Semitic when we are Semitic people?
We are Semitic people. This is very correct.
These people that call themselves Jews, These people that call themselves Jews are not Semitic people.
Well,
They're
let's back up. Wait,
Europeans.
let's back up. Let's back up. Technically, European people are Semitic because they came from Abraham. Esau and Jacob were twins. Esau is the father of the white race.
The Edomites.
The Edomites. So technically, they are Semitic. Even your average Caucasian person is actually Semitic. It's really Shemitic. It's not Semitic. It's Shem.
So let me
Shem.
just put this in a perspective. So basically, to me, what it sounds like is a lot of times when there's a group that's doing something positive, or just rising up in the ranks, or getting what we say more attention. The propaganda or just look for anything to link them up with something negative so they can kind of diffuse the power of it coming up.
But it is some crazy Israelite groups out there. I done actually had to go out and cuss out Great Millstone. I was in Pittsburgh, and these dudes was talking about when the kingdom come, we going to be having sex with 13-year-olds. I went and told them, I'll put a hole in your ass. If I got 13-year-old daughter you try to have sex with. If I see you having sex with a girl that fucking young, I'm going to put a hole in your ass. I'm going to send you to the Most High.
Now, was these the R. Kelly Israelites, or they just regular?
They pretty much, Great Millstone. Oh, okay. That's the name of their group. They out of Seattle and someplace else. But there's no Israelite group that's going to say, let's go to war with them. That's a bunch of FBI agents and shit that's posing as a damn Israelite group trying to start some shit up.
They try to do
we
the
know
same
they
thing to infiltrate the nation of Islam.
Exactly.
Anytime they see a group of strong black men changing the demographics in their community positive, they want to attack them with these implants.
And I want to go on record to say that the Israelites, we have so much respect for the Nation of Islam. So don't even try to pull that one to try to divide us, because we got super respect.
You have these radical in the middle guys, that stir up the stuff.
Exactly. But they agents, just like the playbook that they use for the Black Panthers. They infiltrated and they started doing it. But we know that playbook, and we already would tell you.
I'm gonna say this, guys. Because, I think we should have probably opened with this topic because, this is something that everybody needs to know and be aware of. Whenever you're getting into something, watch out, because there will be a target on your back.
Oh, yeah.
And we want to thank you guys because our time is up right now. And thank you guys for listening to the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge. We want to welcome Thomas Ward for coming on the show. And
Comedy World Network, Roku, Tiki Live.
Right. And we also want to thank the beautiful Karla with a K for showing up on the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge.
Thank you so much for having me, Marv.
Faarooq for rolling this most outstanding joint. Let the people see that's perfectly is damn near a cigarette, and he is the best. And we will see you guys next week on the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge.
Watch out for the fake news.
Shalom.
This is the Madd Marv Comedy Lounge. Trap comedy at its finest. Where if you can't slang yourself, you might as well hang yourself. This is also where you can turn yourself into dope and you become the real man. Whoa, yeah.